black smoke on the horizon heralded the approach of the Soviets. The war was slowly grinding to a halt, but the end would not come quickly enough to spare the townsfolk from the wrath of the Red Army. The streets of Schwedt were now filled with people in panic. German High Command had instructed Captain Staupe to make a strategic withdrawal from Schwedt, but the town wouldn't let their defenders leave so easily. Staupe was well aware what this meant. Even if he did manage to push the Soviets back and save the town, his superiors would brand him a traitor and seek his immediate arrest. But that would have to wait for now. The defense of the town was his immediate priority. He would have to save worrying about saving his men and himself for later. Captain Staupe had sworn to protect the town from the Soviets at any cost. A new threat had appeared, with enemies approaching from the north. Enemy forces had been spotted near the lake. The relief in his men was clear to see. The building had been saved. The town was being attacked from a new direction. Captain Staupe ordered his tanks forward to meet this latest threat. Enemy reinforcements appeared in the south. More enemy units were advancing from the south.
Got to repair.
The town was lost,
Damn it.
along with the reward Captain Staupe and his men had fought so bravely for.
Well, we will try it again. But we're going to go to the garage real quick. We can check that tank. That is a cool. Rammer. Vents. Spawn liner. Now with that, we should be able to do just about any mission. We're in a little better shape now.
Black smoke on the horizon heralded the approach of the Soviets. The war was slowly grinding to a halt, but the end would not come quickly enough to spare the townsfolk from the wrath of the Red Army. The streets of Schwedt were now filled with people in panic. German High Command had instructed Captain Staupe to make a strategic withdrawal from Schwedt, but the town wouldn't let their defenders leave so easily.
Alright, we're going to skip this since we've already seen it.
Captain Staupe had sworn to protect the town from the Soviets at any cost. A new threat had appeared, with enemies approaching from the north. Enemy forces had been spotted near the lake.
Gegnerfahrzeug ausgeschaltet. Wir haben uns entdeckt. Wirkungstreffer.
The relief in his men was clear to see. The building had been saved.
Okay, now we're gonna head back the other way.
The town was being attacked from a new direction. Captain Stapa ordered his tanks forward to meet this latest threat. Enemy reinforcements appeared in the south.
I want to be near the repair, but I don't want to pick it up.
Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Der Gegner zieht auf uns. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. Wir haben die Panzerung durchschlagen. Feuererlaubnis erteilt.
More enemy units were advancing from the south.
Einen unserer Panzer verloren. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. Ziel erfasst. Querschläger. Der ist abgeprallt. Gebe Ziel frei. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung. Die haben einen unserer Panzer zerstört. Gut, der Motor funktioniert wieder, aber nicht mehr so gut. Bereit zu feuern. Wir haben die Panzerung durchschlagen. Er ist sauber durchgegangen.
Reinforcements had arrived, just when it looked like the battle had been lost.
Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Wirkungstreffer. Das hat sie erwischt.
With the enemy attacking from every direction, the situation looked dire for the defenders.
Sie haben uns entdeckt. Der ging voll durch ihre Panzerung.
Captain Stopa had realized the enemy was going to try outflanking them.
Wirkungstreffer. Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Der Gegner hat uns im Visier. Verlasse Ziel. Gebe Ziel frei. Die haben uns eine Kette abgeschossen.
This is not good. I'm facing the wrong way.
Wir haben die Panzerung durchschlagen. Geschütz geladen. Ziel erfasst.
Karl Staupe and his men had defended the town, but his
All right, we won.
defiance meant he could never fight alongside his unit again.
Der Sieg ist unser.
The war was over. The Allies had won, but not with the sudden and expected capitulation of the Axis. Instead, the end had dragged on for far too long. The post-war victory reveille was now being subdued by the stark realization of how much had been lost on both sides. This had been a conflict which had made casualties of everyone. Yet there were still a few who could afford to enjoy their hard-earned spoils. Those who had seen an opportunity in the chaos that reigned around them and grabbed at it with both hands. Some would label it profiteering. They, however, would call it entrepreneurial. Captain Karl Stoppa was still a hunted man, but chose to hide in plain sight. The money he accrued afforded him a comfortable lifestyle, but his funds were starting to run dry. He was forced to look for more work, and now risked everything by searching for it. The world was about to plunge into another conflict it wasn't ready for, an era that would reward those willing to be paid.
Okay, the Panzer Volkswagen 4 hydrostat. I already have it, so I am not going to spend the money for that. Even though it would be another garage slot and 3 more days of premium. But I don't. Oh, well, I also get 18,300 times boost in Hydro Aesop and. Oh, no, sorry, 2 times 3 boost. That's okay, it's not worth buying. So I'm going to dismiss that one, even though I've been buying them every time. Hey, Fox. So that one kind of sucks. Okay. Yes, I'm doing the WoT War Stories. Yeah, well, there was actually two ways to do it. Because if you had the MVP, you also got it from Final Four MVP. I wasn't worried about it. I mean, when I got on, I logged on. I picked up like 25. I really didn't care. I was ready to go to bed as it was. So I did not bother. I grabbed enough for what I needed. I mean, I'm sure some people just kept doing it over and over and over. But they'll catch that eventually and they'll do something about it. I don't like the fact that these are, I don't like the one thing I don't like about this War Stories is they added three things, but they're only, it looks like they're only one chapter each. Nope. Well, I don't know. The German one was only one.
The town of Kale sat on the opposite side of the Rhine River from the Allied forces. Sergeant Frank Martinez and his unit had been tasked with destroying the heavily fortified German headquarters located across the river. The only problem was, Martinez had other ideas.
The German one was only one mission. And you can get the Panzer IV Halberstadt for like 1345 gold. With 3 days of premium, a garage slot, 3 times boost, one something or other, and then 2 crew boost. To me, it wasn't worth. I already got the Hydrostat, and I don't need the premium time or the garage slot, so.
He was going to liberate the
Unlike the last few times, I did buy it for the stuff because garage slots time.
Make a tidy profit off the small pieces in the meantime, then who could blame him?
So the German one, and for those that are joining late to the stream, basically you're in a Panther in Lakeview.
Filled to the brim with their prize.
It's only got one upgrade. The upgrade's 37,000, so.
There was no way Sergeant Martinez was going to let the Germans destroy this vast wealth of cultural treasures on his watch.
Heck am I in? I'm in a wormwood.
The only priority that mattered to Martinez was defeating the Germans and securing the strategic location.
It's not, well, it's called a wormwood. It looks like it's a Hellcat.
Martinez had to concentrate his search somewhere in this sector.
I see one of them. Load it up. Let him rip.
Come on, bodyguard, get up here. I'm a Hellcat. I don't bounce shots. Get up here, guys.
That one drilled straight through. Lost the radio, man. We can only contact nearby vehicles. Got him locked. Loaded and ready.
Okay. So I'm wondering what the American tank is.
This area had been secured. Now, Martinez ordered his men to continue their search at the next sector.
I forgot to put equipment on this thing. This is gonna suck. No consumables. go grab our repair on the way over here. Eight art crate. Hey, there's a repair. Alright, cool.
I see one of them.
German armor was closing in fast on their position.
Locked on. Got an enemy here.
Oh crap, a leopard?
Enemy's looking right at us. Ready to fire on target. Looks like that one went right through.
Oh crap.
Target locked. He's gone. Find us another target. They found us.
Come on. Where'd he go? He can't just have disappeared.
The enemy knows our location.
Oh, now he's got help.
Punched a hole in their armor. Unlocking target. It's like we're shooting spitballs. Locked on.
Oh guys, I'm sorry. I've got to go back and repair.
Releasing target.
I'm down to 116 hit points. I gotta go back and get a repair. I'm on my way, guys. No, 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 no. Thank you. Well, let me get over here and check this last spot. Hey, you can buy the Fury now. It's on sale. Yeah, as part of the War Story packages, the captured King Tiger and the Fury, or the War Story bundle. You might want to wait till I finish this mission and see what they give, what the tank is.
Sergeant Martinez gave the order for his crew to attack the enemy units.
I've got to pick up 8 art crates. Gotta find the art crate. Where is it? Where is the art crate? Oh, okay, that's right. I gotta capture this first. 8 seconds. Thank you.
With his next destination clear, Martinez ordered his tanks towards the city.
Oh, crap.
Target locked. Penetration. They found us.
There was no choice now. Martinez had to hunt down the escaping Germans before they could flee with the cultural treasures.
The enemy knows our location. Ready to fire on target. Load it up. Let it rip. They've destroyed one of our tanks. Enemy exposed. Target locked. We pierced their armor.
It was too late.
Oh,
The Ark had
man,
been lost
Hummel
to the
got
Germans,
me.
and with it, a significant part of European history had vanished forever.
I will have to play this one again. This is not easy. Because you're using a tank that's got no armor against armored opponents. I mean, I've got the free experience to do this if I really want to. Why is it? You lose mobility, you upgrade, and you lose mobility. Okay. Okay, well, for right now, let's put supplies on it. And we'll put on 10. We'll put on 20 premium shells. I shouldn't need them. And then we'll put on a gun rammer. We'll put on a spall liner. And we will put on... Ooh. Don't know what to put. Yeah, we'll put on a wet ammo rack. Alright. And basically, yeah, it's a Hellcat. It's a... They call it the Wormwood, but it's a Hellcat. That's what it is. And you will learn Mentor. Okay, recover at least 8 arc crates. Destroy only capture extraction points. Okay,
The town of Kale sat on the opposite side of the Rhine River from the Allied forces. Sergeant Frank Martinez and his unit had been tasked with destroying the heavily fortified German headquarters located across the river. The only problem was, Martinez had other ideas.
But yeah, it's I mean, it took me 2 tries on the first one too, because I had to figure out where things were on the map, and I let myself get shot up too much the first time I played the first one. And as I was heading towards the repair, I got shot 3 times in the ass. The third shot was the bad one.
Martinez had a bold plan. He was going to liberate the stolen pieces of art and repatriate the more famous ones.
I mean, I did put enough. I did pick up enough gold to buy the whatever they're giving away. If I didn't have them. Yeah, well, and, you know, yeah, and we still haven't gotten the result of who won.
Martinez and his men thundered towards the enemy headquarters.
We kind of messed that up.
Aware that the Germans already mobilized their own tanks, filled to the brim with their prize.
But it didn't. That's what I'm saying. They messed that up.
There was no way Sergeant Martinez was going to let the Germans destroy this vast wealth of cultural treasures on his watch.
But that's like
the only priority that mattered to Martinez was defeating the Germans and securing the strategic location.
I mean, I saw yours. You picked up a bunch.
Martinez had to concentrate his search somewhere in this sector.
They found us. Ready to fire on target.
Well, having the garage slots is one thing.
Unlocking target. Looks like that one went right through.
Well, that's why I always build up a bunch of silver before I work on tanks.
What's the hole in their armor?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna buy a lot of twos. Yeah, you can buy a lot of low tier tanks, sure. Well, the ones are free, so. I mean, I could have just kept getting garage slots and ended up, you know, having enough for every tank in the game, but I don't
This
want...
area had been secured. Now, Martinez ordered his men to continue their search at the next sector.
Like I say, I picked up enough that I'll have, after I get all the 10s, I'll have 50 slots to buy back. And that's plenty of tanks to buy back. repair.
Got a lock.
German armor was closing in fast on their position.
Releasing target.
Yeah. I have 50. That means if I want to buy a Tech Tree, if I want to buy a Tech Tree Premium, I've got a slot for it. If you buy it from the Tech Tree, yeah, because they don't come with slots. I tried to tell you, only bundles, if you buy them through the store, bundles, the only ones that give the garage slot.
Been detected. Ready to fire on target. Looks like that one went right through. That one did some damage.
God, he's tearing me up.
Penetration. Radio man is dead. We can only signal nearby vehicles.
He took out my engine and my tracks.
The engine is holding together for now. Don't push it. We fixed the track. Let's roll.
Why? For all those garage slots? Well, that's why I stopped at such a low number. That's why I stopped at 20. I said, well, you know, they're going to catch this. And I figured they'd just take them away. Because they see how many you purchased.
Locked on. Enemy armor is destroyed.
But it's a garage slot. It's not like it's yeah, it's not like you were getting free premium things.
Sergeant Martinez gave the order for his crew to attack the enemy units.
Go repair again before I collect this. We've got 4 minutes. So. God, I hate to use my repair kit.
The engine is holding together for now. Don't push it.
And if they're going to ban anybody, they're going to ban the people that got like hundreds of slots. Garage, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the one thing. But I'm sure everybody took it. I mean,
With his next destination clear, Martinez ordered his tanks towards the city.
I see one of them. Looks like that one went right through.
There was no choice now. Martinez had to hunt down the escaping Germans before they could flee with the cultural treasures.
they're all running away. Attack, boys, attack. We gotta get these guys.
The enemy knows our location. We've got a lock. Looks like that one went right through. Gun loaded.
Crap, I've gotta go repair again.
Releasing target. They've destroyed one of our tanks. They found us.
Come on, get to the repair, get to the repair. Come on, get to the repair.
Fire on target. We didn't penetrate. He's gone. Find us another target.
Boss is dead. I'm being chased by somebody else.
Lost a friendly vehicle. Ready to fire on target. We pierced their armor. The antenna is damaged. We can only talk locally. He's gone. Find us another target. Target locked. The enemy knows our location. Looks like that one went right through. Reloading.
Let's go repair again. And now I've got to find these last couple of enemies, wherever they may be. Got plenty of ammo.
Target locked. Penetration.
Frank Martinez and his crew had liberated the treasures out of the hands of the Germans and had given them back to their rightful owners. Well, nearly all of them anyway.
Great job, men.
All right, well.
The war was over. The Allies had won, but not with the sudden and expected capitulation of the Axis. Instead, the end had dragged on for far too long. The post-war victory reveille was now being subdued by the stark realization of how much had been lost on both sides. This had been a conflict which had made casualties of everyone. Yet there were still a few who could afford to enjoy their hard-earned spoils. Those who had seen an opportunity in the chaos that reigned around them and grabbed at it with both hands. Some would label it profiteering. They, however, would call it entrepreneurial. For Frank Martinez and his men, the end of the war gave them the chance to cash in on their liberated art collection. The payout had been substantial, and it gave Martinez a taste of the life he wanted. All he needed now was to be in the right place at the right time. The world was about to plunge into another conflict it wasn't ready for, an era that would reward those willing to be paid.
We can get the Ripper, which almost everybody already has the Ripper, so we will not bother getting that one. Okay, now we have the Russian one. Oh, it looks like this will be
home to a dogged pocket of German resistance. The advancing Red Army had been forced to halt and deal with this stubborn enemy. As the two sides exchanged blows from afar, the townsfolk found themselves being pushed steadily towards the brink of starvation. For one Soviet artillery captain, this was the final straw of a war which he had grown weary of. Unwilling to watch the population starve itself to death, Captain Anatoly Petrov had been running black market operations to and from the stricken town. It had proved a lucrative move, but one that came with enormous risks from both sides.
Yeah, it's the Ripper. Another tank I don't need. Yeah. It's even cheaper than the hydrostat was.
Anatoly Petrov knew he had a fight on his hands, Now he was going up
I don't
against
need the
former
premium
comrades.
time. I don't really need the one garage slot that much, and I don't need the ASOP for the extra day of premium and a little bit of silver.
Captain Petrov issued the orders to his comrades to mobilize. They would have to defend the town from the advancing NKVD.
Oh my God. Talk about
Enemy units were
sucky.
rushing towards the town. Petrov and his men were now the only things standing in their way.
This is going to be a tough one. You're an artillery piece.
Орудие заряжено. Попадание по цели. Выстрел.
Scout units would play a critical role in spotting targets for Petrov's units to bombard.
Крит прошел. Орудие.
They have an STI? Crap.
Прямое попадание. Огонь. Броня не пробита. Пробитие. Орудие. Орудие заряжено.
I have no idea what artillery piece this is based off of.
Выстрел. Попадание по цели. К стрельбе готов. Орудие. Броня не пробита. Крит прошел.
Come on, kill him, guys.
Огонь.
Shoot him. All you gotta do is shoot him. Got no health.
Орудие заряжено.
Thank you.
It was no good. Petrov signaled his artillery units to move to a new position and find a more favorable line of sight.
Стрельбе готов.
Выстрел. Броня не пробита.
The key to winning the day rested with Petrov being able to communicate correctly with the remainder of his allied batteries.
Огонь. Есть попадание. Орудие заряжено. Противник в огне. Орудие. Готов.
Petrov and his unit knew that once they opened fire, they'd be vulnerable to counter-battery fire.
Выстрел. Уничтожен.
Орудие заряжено.
Нет пробития. Огонь. Уничтожен. Уничтожен. Орудие. Есть. Выстрел. Крит прошел. Противник в огне.
Burn, baby, burn.
Стрельбе готов.
Огонь. Попадание. Готов.
Destroy the boss. Great. Where's the boss? The boss is an Object 140. Great.
Орудие.
Oh yeah, I just wrecked him.
Petrov's men cheered with the NKVD units littering the battlefield. This had been a glorious day for the captain to remember.
Alright, we won. What looks completely different? Oh, yeah.
The war was over. The Allies...
Yeah, I actually
won,
never got close enough to
but
see
not
any of
with
those, any of the
sudden and
missions.
Unexpected capitulation of the Axis. Instead, the end had dragged on for far too long. The post-war victory reveille was now...
I mean, they're just little
accentuated by the
pillboxes,
stark
not a big
realization
deal.
of how much had been lost on both sides. This had been a conflict which had made casualties of everyone. Yet there were still a few who could afford to enjoy their hard-earned spoils. Those who had seen an opportunity in the chaos that reigned around them and grabbed at it with both hands. Some would label it profiteering. They, however, would call it entrepreneurial.
And the
Black
Russian
Market
guy speaks
proved too
Russian.
tempting for Anatoly
But you
Petrov.
can't really
Even
change
though
it
the war
because
ended, he continued to find his luck selling to those that
they're
needed it the
unique
most. It was only a
characters.
matter of time before his luck would run out. But until then, he would take whatever he could. The world was about to plunge into another conflict it wasn't ready for. And
I'm
for
kind
it
of curious
would
what the
reward
Russian
those willing to be paid.
freebie is going to be. The Russian one may actually be a tank I don't have. Yeah, challenge mode unlocked. That is 7,395 damage. Killed 6. All right, what's the Russian preview we're gonna get? Really? The Russian one does not get a freebie? The Russian one does not get a freebie. Tosca Object 261. So I was in the tier 10 Arty. But they don't give I think that's kind of BS that they did not have a tank. They could have given away the SU, like the SU-85. That kind of disturbs me that you got nothing out of them. Well, folks, I don't know about that. It kind of bugs me that we did not get a package out of the Russian one. Huh. But he is an arty commander, so... An arty commander with spotting of 100. Well, that's a bummer that the Russian one did not come with a free tank, or not a free tank, but a. All right, since now I'm wishing I hadn't put the gold on to buy these things. That being the case, let's go look in the store and see what tanks are for sale. Is there any I want to buy? I already have the Fury, so that doesn't do me any good. I don't have enough for the Adler. So I have all these tanks for sale right now. And I can't afford any of them. And okay, let's go check the premium tech tree, see if there's any tanks on it I want. The T-34-88 is promising. Been wanting to get that T-34-88 for a while. Let's look at the packages on it. Let's see, which 88 is this? This is the low pin gun. Check out its armor. It really doesn't have any armor. I don't want either one of these. And let's just say 32. No, no. ETS. Alright, let's check some tanks on the tech tree tanks if there's any I need. Can't afford any there. I could get the SU-100. Why? Could get the SU-122-44, but not really in a Russian mood. Let's see if there's any German tanks I don't have. PZ-215, that's only 900. I may pick that. I have the Digger Max. I could get the D-Max. Yeah, it's expensive. I could buy the Panther 88. What package? Wait a minute, are you talking in the store? You have to buy, if it's in a huge bundle, that's not cheap. Well, yeah, you're buying the Scourge and you're getting the IS-6 with it. I mean, it's... Yeah, that's not cheap. You know, that's not cheap. I mean, I only have 7,500 gold. I mean, sorry viewers, this is taking me a minute to kind of look through. I'm trying to look and see if there's any tanks I want to pick up. I already had the Chet's tank. I could pick up the STA-2 and have another Japanese tank, but it would take all my gold. Could pick up the Matilda right. Oh no, I'm not picking up the TOG. I guarantee you that. I'm not picking up the TOG. The AT-15A is tempting. The D-Max. Yeah. Alright, we looked at. I'll be right back and use the restroom, folks, and we'll get playing some silver. Alright, folks. Looks like we're going to be doing some silver runs. I have no idea if Fox is going to play or not. He's got a lot of things going on as usual. Well, I'm just trying to, considering I just spent over $1 million, 1.2 million silver putting equipment on War Story tanks. I need to make my silver back. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't mind making silver runs. I am still disappointed about that War Story one. I'm going to play that War Story one again just to make sure. We're going to... actually... Yeah. Don't you wish that it fires off? It fires a lot fast. It fires a lot faster than the actual one does. I mean, you don't even need a gun rammer on it. It fires. Yeah, 6-second reload, six shots a minute with the stock gun. You get 7.5 shots a minute with the upgraded version of the stock gun.
The town of Dukla.
Well, it's a tier 10 artillery, so.
Captain Petrov issued the orders to his comrades to mobilize. They would have to defend the town from the advancing NKVD. Enemy units were rushing towards the town. Petrov and his men were now the only things standing in their way.
Well, what helps is your guys are actually, your teammates are actually decent too. Boom!
Scout units would play a critical role in spotting targets for Petrov's units to bombard.
He shows up at like A3.
Прямое попадание. Орудие. Готов.
It was no good. Petrov signaled his artillery units to move to a new position and find a more favorable line of sight.
Yeah, you're Russians fighting Russians.
Орудие готово к стрельбе.
Yeah, I want this tank in the real game.
Выстрел. Орудие заряжено. Огонь. Попадание. Прямое попадание.
The key to winning the day rested with Petrov being able to communicate correctly with the remainder of his allied batteries.
Орудие готово к стрельбе. Орудие. Огонь. Попадание. Броня не пробита. Орудие заряжено. Выстрел. Броня не пробита. Есть.
Petrov and his unit knew that once they opened fire, they'd be vulnerable to counter-battery fire.
It's not your average Object 261. It fires way faster.
Огонь. Враг на нашей базе. Орудие заряжено. Есть. Орудие. Есть попадание.
Why there are these coming up with shotgun? I don't know, but okay. Boom.
Уничтожен. Противник захватывает нашу базу.
Boom.
Готов. Огонь.
Boom.
Броня
Oh,
не
I hit the
пробита.
building. Boom.
Противник пытается
I hit the
захватить
tree.
нашу базу.
Oh yeah, get together for me.
Орудие. Попадание по цели.
Give me the bombardier.
Критическое
It didn't show up for me, so I don't know
Враг
why.
на нашей базе. Выстрел. Не пробил.
Well, if it's beyond the T-28, that's a waste.
Уничтожен.
Woohoo!
Противник пытается захватить нашу базу.
Yeah, like I said, it's a waste. All 3 tanks are tanks I already had.
Попадание по цели. Уничтожен. Враг на нашей базе. Орудие заряд.
We got no scouts. Shit. Shotgun. No, it's like I have to go shotgun because we lost every tank.
Враг целится в нас.
Yeah.
Цель понял. Машина в поле зрения противника. Орудие заряжено.
And crap. Now I gotta kill the boss. And no follow.
Обнаружен противник.
And he just took me down half my health.
Цель захвачена. Пробитие.
Come on, Arties, hit him. Don't let him kill me.
Враг целится в нас. Цель захвачена. Броня не пробита.
Come on, hit him, Arties. I can't take a hit.
Есть отставить цель.
Crap, he can see me, I can't see him.
With the last of Petrov's artillery destroyed, the NKVD
I had him down to a
encircled the
one-hit,
undefended
too.
town, condemning it to face starvation alone.
I'm still not sure why it didn't give me the option to buy the honor, but that's fine. Okay, back to normal mode. I mean, seriously, like I said, if I'd have known what the tanks were ahead of time, I would not have put gold on, or I would not have put as much gold on. But it's okay, I put on 65. $5 today, so I'm gonna put on another 60 next week on my debit card. So that way I can take care of all my expenses I need to pay out.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry viewers, I gotta do something real quick. Sorry folks, gotta take care of something on our browser game real quick. Just gotta kill this squad boss on my browser game. Okay, took care of that. Now back to our making silver. Actually, let's put a
We've got enemies in the area. Take them down or capture their base. Focus on this area.
Okay, I'm not sure I like the new things they did with the update.
There's one. Target locked. I see one of them. Enemies looking right at us. They've spotted us. I see one. Target locked. Punched a hole in their armor. Bail out. This vehicle's had it.
Not what I was expecting, but I'm the only light, really? Okay.
We have to take and hold the marked objective. Get to it. Focus on this location. We've been detected. Enemy exposed. Got an enemy here. Locked on. Look out. Enemy spotted. Reloaded. Releasing target. They've spotted us.
I have no business being over here.
Unlocking target.
I did my job, I spotted. Now I'm leaving.
Enemy tanks in the base. Get rid of them. Enemies in the base. Push them out. They found us. Enemy exposed. Locked and loaded. We got him. Enemies looking right at us. Releasing target. Gunner down! Gunner down! Loaded and ready. Gunner's all fixed up. The enemy knows a...
Yeah, let's go to reverse order. Besides running errands, fine. Got up, did my browser games for a bit, went and ran errands, came back, finished up my browser games, got on, watched what little TV I was going to watch, then decided I would do the war stories.
Vi har fiender i närområdet. Slå ut dem eller ta deras bas.
it's a shame that the tanks they were giving away were, well, two of them were tanks that everybody earned already. Yeah. I mean, that already one they should have given away. They should have given away like a tier 8 at 60% off. It's not like they're losing anything.
Håll ögonen på detta området. Fienden ser oss. Målet låst. Bra verken i målet. Vi har en skadad förare. Det är svårt att styra.
I mean, I understand the war stories. They're basically doing tier, basically they're doing tier 5s. I understand that, but I mean, but for that one where you're having to play an artillery piece, you know. No, they give you a tier 4 at that. I find that kind of disturbing. And I didn't even get the option to buy the Russian one. That one's a little rough. Just because the Hellcat doesn't have any armor. I mean, when I beat it, I had to repair 3 times. I for granted just run through all the war stories. But I don't really feel like putting back in. Yeah, this new update is kind of interesting. But yeah, the cool thing for those watching on the war story is the Russian story you play is a highly quicker firing object 261 tier 10 Arctic. I mean, you fire a lot faster than the actual, so. The stock gun on it fires 6 shots a minute compared to the 2 shots a minute the actual in the game object 261 fires. I'm stuck here.
lagkamrat. Bra verkan i målet. Fienden har upptäckt oss. Laddad. Ge eld. Vi är upptäckta. Målet låst. Målet låst. Fienden ser oss. Tack och godnatt. Klar att ge eld mot målet. Genomslag. Fienden har upptäckt oss. Jag har dem i siktet. Fienden träffad. Släpper målet.
Like I say, I already had them all.
Fienden ser oss. Överge vagnen. Vi är slut.
I mean, it was interesting playing as an arty. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I mean, all you gotta do, I mean, that one's actually easy playing it with a different tank. Just play with somebody and have them play the arty part. No, I mean, you play the other ones and unless you shoot means you have to do it by yourself. The Stark is still in battle. Okay. Let me check my log. Yeah, that defeat on Potemkin, yeah, that was that kind of hurt. I'm not actually sure how long I'm going to play tanks tonight. Well, as far as tanks go, I don't know. I mean, I just kind of want to take a small break from tanks because I've been playing it so much lately.
Alright, man, we've got enemies in the area.
I mean, I mainly logged on to get the war stories out of the way. See if I wanted to buy any of the things they were giving away, but I didn't. I mean, you know, the like I said, the premium time in the garage slot is worth what you're paying for the. I mean, I could use this. I mean, I could always use the silver, but the tier 5 tanks, it's not a lot of silver. Yeah, I already own the. It doesn't matter. I've done it twice already. I already had the. I spent the gold for the snake bite. I already had the snake bite. And I spent the gold for the M4A3E2, but I already had it.
They've spotted us. Penetration. They hit our ammo rack. Fix the ammo rack. The enemy's damaged our
You ammo racked me again?
We lost an ally. Enemies got us in their sights.
Yeah, I do on the Fury. I love my Fury.
We're done for. Everyone get out.
I love my Fury. And you're actually getting it for, I think, a tad bit cheaper than I did. No, then I got it for cheaper. Let me look at the store. Let me look at that bundle real quick and see the Fury. Oh yeah, you're getting it cheaper, but mine also came with premium time and other stuff. So it was a little. You're getting it for like 500 cheaper, but I also got 7 days of premium with mine. So I got the break on the premium time. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I know for a fact I'll still even playing tanks. Even if I quit early, I'll still stream for 3 hours or so. I mean, it's not like I'm not gonna. There's only been a couple of times I've done less than 3 hour streams. On tanks, that is. I'm just kind of mad. I'm just kind of mad that I put on the gold before I saw what the tanks were. That's the only thing I'm kind of mad at myself about. Well, like I said, you know, the war stories, you only have 24 hours, so I put the gold on ahead of time. And I'm just kind of pissed that it...
Fienden ser oss. Målet låst. Laddad och klar. Vi är upptäckta. Bandet är träffat.
127, huh?
Teleskopet uppe. Spanar av
They put
området.
it up again?
Bra träff.
Oh, okay. Well, that's useless. It wasn't for the, or it wasn't for the longest time, unless you're talking about the premium tech tree.
Träff.
Okay, that means it only shows up every once in a while.
Vi slog hål på pansaret.
I'm on 100 feet, full forward now.
Omladdad.
Or die. That works too.
Håller målet i sikte. Fienden har upptäckt oss. Bra verken i målet. Vagnen är förstörd. Alla
Oh,
ut.
did not even see him. But we're gonna win, so we'll take the win. I was the only one that died. That's okay. We'll take the death. I've done that. Luckily, it's only 3,000. It's not a big deal.
Let's get this show on the road.
Tier 8s again. God, why does it like putting me in tier 8s now? I'm in my tier 6. No, I'm in my Japanese. I'm running backwards. I'm running from the... I got my 2 American lights out of the way, then I decided to run backwards, go from the Swedish to the Czechs, to the Japan, to the China, to the Russians. Well,
Target locked.
the IS-6 is fine because
Enemy
it's...
right at us.
Idiot, why you push me forward? Get away from me.
Loaded and ready. Unlocking target.
I mean,
They've
I'm
spotted
not
us.
sure about. I'm not sure about the new what the they keep putting out all these new tanks. They just want money.
Got 'em in our sights.
You know, it's like they just want more and more money, and you're not getting
Locked
anything.
on.
They're just doing basically rehashes of other tanks.
That one drilled straight through. Target locked. One of our tracks is damaged.
Like I said, they're just doing rehashes of other
We pierced their armor.
all the ISs are basically the same tank.
Our tracks come off. We're stuck. This vehicle's finished.
It's just giving it a different paint job or whatever. I mean, okay, you have the Glory, you have the IS-5, you have the IS-6, you have the... Okay, that one's an IS-3, the Scourge is an IS-3 mock-up or whatever, but it's still just another Fatherland / IS-6 / I mean, they're all pretty much the same tank. And it gets, you know, it's like, I mean, the only reason I want I do want the IS-6 because it's a premium matchmaking eventually, but I just may save the gold I have now, and here in another month I'll put on another little bit. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying it's a $50 tank. It's a $50 tank though. That's the problem. It's a $50 tank for a piece of shit Russian. Excuse my French viewers. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a base $50 tank. It's not worth $50.
Enemies got us in their sights. Penetration. Ready to fire. Locked on.
Would you keep pulling in front of me, you little...
Releasing target.
Of course, most of my viewers know my feel on Russian tanks. I don't like them.
Target locked.
Doesn't mean I won't own them. I just don't like them. Because I don't like their inaccuracy. Other than that, other than the fact they're inaccurate, they're good tanks. I mean, I was actually tempted by the IS-2. The IS-2 is Chinese, and the IS-2 Premium is Russian.
Ready to fire on target. Penetration. Loaded and ready. Locked on. Penetration. They've spotted us.
War Day is a special crew. War Day is a unique crew, so.
Target locked. Enemies got us in their sights.
War Daddy,
Just ding them.
the Fury's driver.
Tanks. Enemy in sight. Locked on.
Yeah.
They've spotted us.
War Daddy is good. War Daddy is one of my best crews.
Unlocking target. Enemies looking right at us. Ready to fire on target.
Stu, I have as big a gun as you do.
We pierced their armor.
Yeah, this is Tier 6, so yeah, it's not that.
Locked on. They've spotted us. That one did some damage.
Yeah, I hit your track, now I'm gonna shoot you in your ass.
Punched a hole in their armor. Ready to fire on target. Enemies got us in their sights. She's loaded. We've got a lock. Locked on.
Okay, I guess I'm going up to the heavy.
Target locked. We pierced their armor. One of our vehicles destroyed. Locked and loaded. Now that's how you do it.
That reminds me, I gotta take care of this. Yeah, that was the reason why I put money on. I need to get my monthly card on one game. Ooh, Mastery Badge 1. Confederate, yeah, because everybody basically killed everything I saw. Yeah, like I said, I got 72 vacant slots. I'm good with what little I picked up from that little glitch. Okay, so 44 out of the 65 I put on, so it's 21. Yeah, that's fine. A bivouac. Okay, let's kill that.
We've got enemies incoming. Either take them out or capture their base. Let's go.
Let's kill that over here. Yeah, I'm done with those. Let's turn that off. Okay. Tier 8 again. God, give me a break. Quit giving me tier 8 in this thing. so screwed.
Focus on this location.
I'll have to go out and spot a little bit.
Target locked.
Because nobody wants to spot
Ready to
over
fire.
here.
Enemy in sight. They've spotted us. Focus on this area. Target locked. Dropping target. Load it up. Let her in. Spot.
Don't shoot at me. I'm a nice guy. Don't shoot at me.
Focus attention here.
I'm a wimp.
Enemy exposed. Got him in our sights. Loaded and ready.
Come on, buddy. Cross out. Oh. Never mind.
We lost an ally.
All right. Yeah, we'd love to help you, but we're kind of occupied over here.
I see one. Locked on. We got him. Ready to fire. Target locked. Enemy is hit.
Yeah, you track, buddy. Alright, M6, just keep killing everything that I track.
Focus on this area. light artillery has been obliterated. Enemies got us in their sights. We didn't penetrate their armor. Reloaded. We're capturing the enemy base. Ready to fire on target. Enemy armor is damaged. Target locked. We've lost
Oh.
them. We're immobilized. We're taking the enemy base.
Random hit me.
Our track is up. Let's move it.
So we're gonna lose because that random arty shell hitting me.
We can't hold on.
That kind of sucks. I mean, I'll take the 55,000 silver. Yeah, I'm a tier 6 in a tier 8 match, and I finished top of the lobby. Yeah, okay, that tells you how good the other team was, or how good our team was. And we would have won that if that random arty shot to the cap hadn't caught a piece of me. And those are joining late. The new war stories are interesting missions. You basically play in a Panther on one of them, you play as a Hellcat in the next one, then you play as an Object 261. Well, a very different Object 261. You actually fire way too fast.
All we've got to do is capture the location marked on the map. Roll out.
And the tanks you get the German story, you can buy the Panzer IV Hydro S. The Americans, you can buy the Ripper. And according to Fox, the Soviet, you can buy the Honor T-28. Tanks I already have, so I did not bother this time like I did last time. Last time I did it, I needed the premium time and garage slots before I put on my ton of premium time. This time I didn't bother with it since I still have 240 something days of premium. I didn't need the premium time. And I got 72 garage slots, so I didn't need the garage slots. It wasn't worth paying for that. Now, if it had been something I didn't have, you know, I mean, two of the tanks are what they call rares.
In our base.
The other two were, the other one was a tech tree tank, so. I don't mean premium tech tree, I just mean regular tech tree premium. In the German line, so it was not worth it to me.
Target locked. We hit them hard.
You keep fixing that track, buddy.
In their sights. Target locked. Enemy armor is damaged.
The only reason I'm auto-locking this shot is because I'm worried about a TD coming up
Fire on target.
on me. I'm trying to keep an eye on that TD.
Dropping target. They hit one of our tracks. Ready to fire.
But we're going to lose this game anyway, so our team is kind of falling apart.
Spotted us.
I can't take on all these guys. Now I'm getting shot in the ass, so yeah.
Almost finished.
We're just having no luck with this tank tonight. Wargaming didn't like the fact I had over a 50% win rate with it. Let's see what that will drop me down to. Japanese 6. Yeah, I'm at a losing rate now. It did not like me when I was at higher. I mean, I still like the tank. Just it's been putting me in tier 8s a lot. And it's not really designed for tier 8s. Doesn't have the armor. Of course. That's just something I like to do. Yeah, whatever you say, dear. Okay, our whole team's going the other way. Okay, good. And I will go out to the... I will go over here and just kind of be shot up by somebody. Yeah, I've got the heavies over here. I don't have the armor to face you. Yeah, our team pushes on the side they're not going to push from. Our team wanted to go the long way to the cap. Hey, actually won. Cool. I am impressed. We won. That means I'm at 50% win rate. Gotta pick something to eat here in a bit. I mean, last night I just had snacks, but actually still meal tonight. I managed to mix something, put it in the oven for an hour. That would. Oh, I am the only tier 7. Tier 7. Awful fantastic.
We've lost.
Come here. Oh, dude. Holding.
Enemy in sight.
Ah, I hit a bump right when I shot.
They've spotted us. Target locked. Dropping target. Locked on. Enemies got us in their sights. Loaded and ready. Ready to fire on target. Enemy exposed. Enemies looking right at us. Target locked. Enemy armor is damaged. Releasing target. Locked on. Got
Oh,
us
that's
in
gonna
our
hurt.
sights. They've spotted us. Ready to fire on target. Enemies looking right at us. Locked and loaded. Enemy.
Yeah, Churchill, I knew you were gonna get me eventually. I could only avoid you for so long. I'll take the 63,000. Tier 10s, 1. Yeah.
All we've got to do is capture the loot on the map. Roll out! Using the optics command.
Russian act. You gotta love it.
Enemies. Friendly vehicle. Ready to fire up. Litter. Lock.
All that time earning that tank, it's a piece of crap. It's a... Why did I switch to my other lap? Issues with this one. I don't know why I'm having issues with it, but I'll do something else. This to help. Tilt on your. I'm just hit. Yeah.
It's some broken. Target. Hit. Target. Enemy. Unlocking target. Nice shot. We barely grazed them. Bail out. This vehicle's had it.
Of course, it starts working when I get killed. Two APU. Hi. Xbox. Get the wet gear. Go to bed. Not the. Because I... Twitch is having problems. Fatherland get... Yeah, that's